Hey family, it's your boy, and I'm back with another 7-card spread for y'all. The spread I got for y'all today is closest friends, avoidance, nightmare, judgment, vulnerability, life decisions, and failed relationships. And what I'm getting off the surface of these is someone is avoiding their closest friend because they had something to do with their failed relationships. And they've been having nightmares about it, making them feel vulnerable and scared to face their friend's judgment, leaving them with a life decision to make. But they want advice, and that is why we are here today. I can definitely relate to this because I am on the reverse side of this. I am the closest friend that been wronged. So, also, this is definitely drama filled. So, it's been a while since I had a reading of this caliber. So let's hop on into it. That's what I'm getting off the surface. But let's dive deep in the meat. Closest friends say, who were your closest friends growing up? My closest friends were Sean, Dennis, and Michael. But the friend that's pertaining to this spread is Sean, aka Chris from the Heaven Wars. Yeah, y'all finna learn some more stuff about him and my history with him. Next card is avoidance, and it says, what do you try your best to avoid in life? Are there certain emotions attached to these things? As y'all know, me, Sean, and Dennis hung out where Sean always tried to train us in defense and martial arts. But somewhere along the way, Dennis, aka Lamage, grew not trusting him and stopped coming around. Then after a while, I too started avoiding him because he was definitely hiding something. I caught on to his manipulative ways that everyone was trying to warn me against. But again, just like in the Heavens Wars, I was being naive. Next card is Nightmare, and it says, what is your worst nightmare? Why is this your worst nightmare? The only nightmare pertaining to this spread I had was I saw my true love. She was different. She had shaven her head. And at one point, I asked her about my son. And she told me that she stripped him from my bloodline, just as they did me in the Heaven Wars. And I woke up in a panic and crying. When I relayed this to Kaon at the time, he told me she could not do this, and that it was probably Athalia disguising herself as her, or one of her many outside forces that's under her rule. Next card is Judgment, and it says, what do you judge others for? Do you do the same things that you judge others for? As pertaining to this spread, I would definitely have a right to judge Sean for me and my true love breaking up. Because not only did the denial of the family and witchcraft break us up, or take its toll on her, keep in mind, Chris, aka Sean, got me into another relationship very quickly without letting me process things. But I did try to get back with my true love before me and the new chick solidified. She told me she thought we would only get back together she thought I only wanted to get back with her because of my son, but that was never the case. That I didn't love her. And I asked her why she thought this. And she told me that we broke up because I tried to pass her off to one of my friends. At that time, I had no idea what she was talking about because I loved her too damn much to do some shit like that. And would never do it either. But as my life progressed, it all dawned on me, Sean, aka Chris, hiding secrets in his manipulative ways everyone was warning me about. Plus, what my true love had said. And I put two and two together. That he definitely had something to do with us breaking up. Because why would she tell me that I tried to pass her off to one of my friends, unless one of my friends actually tried to come on to her? And Sean was the manipulative one in the group. Between me, him, and Dennis. And Lamage wasn't like that. So it was him. My sister as well told me that Sean, aka Chris, tried to come on to her. And my sister was very younger than him. But with me being naive and shit, I never took those warnings. Next card is vulnerability. And it says, what makes you feel unsafe and vulnerable? At the beginning of this year, I did reconnect with Sean, aka Chris. We filled each other in on our journeys, and even though I had advanced and grown a lot, he still made me feel vulnerable and treated me like I was still below him in knowledge. Like everything I learned still paled in comparison to him. And I still felt he was keeping something from me. And at the time, I still didn't know he was Chris. And that he was working for the outside forces. Next card is life decisions. And it says, how has your shadow self influenced your life decisions? My shadow in this spread would be my vulnerability and naivety. I let others play and take advantage of me long enough. Look where it has gotten me. My as above and below are on par with each other. But these silent seclusion seasons have brought a lot of clarity and growth. When I was in play with the world and system, I never had time to process things in my life because everything was going back and forth, moving at a fast pace. Next card is failed relationships. And it says, what is a common thread in your failed relationships? I've only been in 3 relationships. The common theme in 2 of them is that I let someone else hook me up in a relationship, in the relationships. The third one, I hooked myself up. But the common between all three is that I never took the time to heal from them and process until now. I haven't been in a relationship in 6 years. 4 of those years I've been in seclusion and have had the time to process and heal some. Now the time has come to get y'all down here with the extra insight cards and integration. And the theme I have for you down here is refusing to see why and what, missing, differences, solution, support and advice, and judgment. We got judgment twice this time. That's what I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyways, what I'm getting off the surface of these is stop refusing to see the solution. You're missing the point. Why? Because this friend was your support system. You turned to for advice. Now they're in the judgment seat. Now you know what needs to be done to settle your differences. It's time to come clean and fess up. And this is talking to Shine. But here's my part of it. Refusing to see says, is it me or them? Or am I just refusing to see myself through them? For me, it's quite the opposite. I see my shy, charming, and mysterious self in Lamaj and Michael. But as for Sean, aka Chris, I see my high and mighty royal self, minus the manipulation and secrets, and playing on the wrong side. But as for him, he's refusing to see what needs to be done, that he needs to fess up. He needs to come clean to me. Next card is why and what. And it simply says, why do I do what I do when it comes to avoidance? Last card was, when it comes to closest friends. I forgot to add that in. But this one is when it comes to avoidance. Well, back then, I was slow to catch on to the manipulation. But now I avoid people because I can read their energy and can tell if someone is a part of my storyline or not, or if they are mundane and not worth my time. Next card is missing, and it says, what do I miss about myself when it comes to nightmares? Well, you better believe I miss my true love and my heir, because she was my other half. They both completed my trinity. 39 years, and they still the ones I think about when it comes to love and self. Next card is differences. And it says, what's different about me now than then when it comes to judgment? The difference is I now listen to my intuition and able to discern from the manipulative manipulation of others. At least I'm learning to. Next card is solution. And it says, is there only one solution? How do I know? When it comes to vulnerability. The only solution to handling people who make you feel vulnerable in a negative way is to cut them off and avoid them and let your ancestors and spirit team handle the rest if they want to pop off. No need to get your hands dirty if you don't need to. Next card is support and advice. And it says, who can I turn to for support and advice? Why them? As I just said, because I haven't had any support system physically. In these past 6 years. So I turn to my ancestors in the Most High and follow my intuition. At the least, that's what I'm learning to do, to keep the faith. But I still need to find my constant. Oh, and that was dealing with life decisions. I keep forgetting. I'm off my game. Just keep getting ahead of myself. But yeah, I can see why. Last card is judgment. And it says, what is the current judgment I am holding on to and why? When it comes to failed relationships. The current judgment that I'm holding on to is the failed relationship of my true love and heir. Thinking that somehow they will come back into my life after 20 years. Because through those years, we've ran into each other time and time again in some form of way. And we still showed passion for one another. Except for the last 8 years, we haven't had contact at all. But spiritually, I have called them back into my life through Ra and frequency. And now I await divine timing for them to show in my life again, if it is meant. Lyra's up next, and she will guide you all further. See y'all in the next video.